5-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off the play fake, Prescott completes it right side to Cooper. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Play action now. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They run the counter. Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Elliott again, the ball.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
The 21-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Complete to Dalton.
14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
That is good.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On the carry, it's Cook. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
With the score, Cowboys 7, Vikings nothing.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On second down, Cook. And he's got room. Touchdown, Vikings. 55 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up second down. Prescott from the gun. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On play action, Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
First down.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 47 yards. This throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And 6.
Cousins again. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. He'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, helped scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can read. And he's going to have to eat this one. It's down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To try again after the sack. Prescott looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A 10th carry of the game for Cook. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
This defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Adam Thielen, incomplete. Coverage on the play.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
For the Viking field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
About timeout set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, I think a lot.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 35 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Vikings 24. Cowboys.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up
There's Prescott.
At the
And above the slant route, that's caught by Cooper. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down.